In early 2019, archaeologists embarked on an excavation 30 feet underground at the Tuna El-Gebel necropolis in Minya, Egypt. Their efforts proved fruitful as they unearthed a series of tombs concealed in the depths. However, the real surprise came when the archaeologists opened the chambers, revealing a breathtaking burial ground containing 50 mummies. This discovery marked a particularly significant find. Dating back 50 millennia, ancient Egypt was divided into Lower and Upper Egypt, with Hermopolis, once a major city and provincial capital, situated near the division line. Despite its later decline due to the Muslim conquest in the 7th century AD, Hermopolis had flourished in its heyday, ranking second only to Thebes in opulence. The city's great necropolis, located at Tuna El-Gebel, served as a burial ground where residents honored their deceased with monuments and tombs. Transporting the deceased from the city to Tuna El-Gebel involved a unique method. Rather than carrying corpses over land, the living floated the dead down the Nile. This process led to some bodies finding eternal rest within the Beni Hassan grottos. Despite the care given to the deceased, Hermopolis itself did not fare well after the Muslim invasion, with many buildings dismantled for material reuse. Remnants of Hermopolis persist, with columns and statues displayed in an open-air museum near Lashmanain. Recent archaeological endeavors have focused on Tuna El-Gebel, revealing a wealth of artifacts and insights into life and death in ancient Hermopolis. Serious excavations at Tuna El-Gebel began in the early 20th century, with notable findings, including Roman tombs and intricately painted tomb houses. A significant discovery in 1919 was the tomb of Patagoras, a high priest of Thoth, an ancient Egyptian deity. Excavations continued through the 20th century, uncovering underground galleries with animal burial sites, possibly sacrificed or ritually offered creatures. Noteworthy efforts included the excavation of the Temple of Thoth, which featured a Sakya wheel powered by animals. One of the most intriguing finds at Tuna El-Gebel is the tomb and chapel of Isadora, a young woman who lived during the rule of Roman Emperor Antoninus Pius. Legend has it that Isadora engaged in a forbidden romance, eloped with a soldier from Antinopolis. Unfortunately, Isadora drowned in the Nile before their marriage. Her father mummified her body and constructed a stunning tomb, parts of which remain visible today. Excavations and surveys from 2005 onward, involving collaboration with various universities and restoration initiatives, have provided valuable insights into the necropolis. In 2019, Egyptian archaeologists, supported by the Ministry of Antiquities, continued explorations, working in conjunction with universities and research centers. The ongoing efforts aim to preserve Egypt's rich heritage and uncover more secrets buried within the ancient site. The remarkable excavation began with workers digging 30 feet into the ground at the former necropolis. They uncovered 4 separate burial chambers, and upon entering, archaeologists discovered a striking collection of mummified remains. Among the 50 individuals interred, including a dozen children, various burial methods were employed. Some rested in stone coffins, while others were placed in wooden caskets. Additionally, some individuals were wrapped in linen and left within the tomb. The meticulous mummifications and burials suggested that these individuals held significant positions, possibly during Egypt's Ptolemaic period from 305 BC to 30 BC, when a Macedonian Greek family ruled until Roman conquest. Mustafa Waziri, the Secretary General of Egypt's Supreme Council of Antiquities, stated that the identities of those buried in the Tuna El-Gebel tomb could not be determined, as no hieroglyphic names were found. The Egyptian government celebrated this significant find in 2019, organizing a ceremony to showcase 40 of the 50 mummies to ambassadors from various countries. Such events are considered efforts to highlight Egypt's archaeological treasures and boost tourism, which has faced challenges since political turmoil in 2011. In a related context, the public's fascination with ancient Egypt has deep roots, notably exemplified by the discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb in 1922. Tutankhamun, who died in 1323 BC, captured global interest through the almost entirely intact burial chamber containing his famous death mask. However, this discovery also led to the infamous Curse of the Pharaohs. The curse, surrounded by sinister theories, suggested that those who intruded upon Tutankhamun's tomb faced untimely deaths. George Herbert, the 5th Earl of Carnarvon, the expedition's financier, entered the tomb prior to the official unveiling, and 5 months later, on April 5, 1923, he died. Many attributed his demise to the alleged curse of the pharaohs, adding a mysterious and ominous layer to the exploration of Egypt's rich historical past. However, a potentially more straightforward explanation for Herbert's death emerged. Toxic fungi were believed to have proliferated within Tutankhamun's tomb, leading to the speculation that this had caused the Earl's demise. After much conjecture, a medical examiner finally disclosed the truth. In reality, Herbert had succumbed to pneumonia, which had developed into a skin and tissue infection. Furthermore, Herbert had a history of frequent lung infections, making him susceptible to relatively benign conditions such as bronchitis. A subsequent study examined the rest of the 1922 excavation crew to determine if any others had experienced untimely deaths after entering the tomb. The survey revealed that 8 out of the 58 individuals involved had died within 12 years of the tomb's opening. Lady Evelyn, interestingly, survived until 1980 despite her illicit visits to the tomb with her father. Even with the fungal theory seemingly debunked, numerous hypotheses about Tutankhamun's tomb persisted. Some believed there were secret chambers and compartments yet to be unveiled, while others focused on brown specks that had spread across the tomb's walls, possibly indicating deadly fungi. However, in 2018, researchers from the Polytechnic University of Turin in Italy dispelled rumors about secret chambers, finding no evidence of their existence. In 2019, the tomb's conservators addressed the concerns about fungi on the walls. The intriguing growths, appearing as brown splotches, were identified as harmless microbes. These microbes had not spread or moved since Carter first opened the tomb. The conservators emphasized that there was no risk of further growth. However, removing the splotches would damage the priceless artwork within Tutankhamun's final resting place. The conservation team, committed to preserving the tomb, completed a 10-year restoration job in 2019, fortifying the artwork and implementing measures to regulate temperature and humidity. The careful restoration work aimed to recreate the tomb's original appearance when Tutankhamun was laid to rest. The Egyptian government announced the reopening of Tutankhamun's tomb to visitors, signaling a significant milestone. The findings from the Tuna El-Gebel excavation and the reopening of Tutankhamun's tomb have the potential to attract more tourists. These historically significant archaeological sites contribute to Egypt's cultural heritage and may bolster visitor numbers in the future. Importantly, the efforts of archaeologists and conservationists ensure that these sites remain accessible for generations to come. As noted by Egyptologist Zahi Hawass in January 2019, conservation and preservation are crucial for the enduring legacy of Egypt's great civilization. Thanks for watching. Never forget to like, comment, and share the video, and remember to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon for regular updates.